Hello everyone, welcome to Betty Bubbles Cake. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be teaching you guys on a recipe, on a chin chin recipe. First thing first, we're going to be needing our flour, our egg, our baking powder, our sugar, our butter, milk flavor, and a pinch of salt to taste. After you have these ingredients, the first thing you're going to do is to put your flour in a bowl. After putting your flour in a bowl, then the next thing is you add your nutmeg. Your nutmeg is the next thing. We all know that when adding your nutmeg, it gives your chin chin a kind of very nice flavor. So you add your nutmeg and you mix together. After adding your one sachet of nutmeg, you add your milk flavor. Your milk flavor can either come in liquid or powder, but I prefer using the powder milk flavor. So you add your milk flavor for to give it a nice taste. After adding your milk flavor to it, like you can see, I'm making use of two sachets of milk flavor powder. You can also make use of the liquid one, but I'm making use of the milk flavor powder. After which, after adding your milk flavor, you mix thoroughly. You don't want it to be uneven. You mix thoroughly, you stir to very well. You mix to make sure that they are all combined together. After which you add your cup of sugar to the mixture. After adding your cup of sugar, you mix together to form a combined texture. After which you add your baking powder. I will be dropping the ingredients in the description box, so kindly check the description box for your chin chin ingredients. After adding the baking powder, you can see the baking powder. After adding your baking powder, you mix together. After mixing together, the essence of you mixing together is to incorporate air, and aside from incorporating air, to make sure that your ingredients are even. You don't want to have a mixture whereby the flour or the baking powder are different from each other. So after mixing in, you add your butter. You add your butter to it. The essence of adding your butter is to make sure that it has a taste. So I don't know, but most people complain that their chin chin is always hard. One of the reason why your chin chin is always hard is due to butter. If you don't add butter into your chin chin will become hard. So for you to have a soft buttery texture chin chin, you need to add your butter to it. So after adding your butter, you stir very well till is even. You mix very well. Then after that, we are going to go in with the next ingredient by adding in our salt. We're going to be adding in our salt, our 5 ml of salt. We're going to be adding in our salt. Then after adding in our salt going next. The essence of the salt is for it to give it a taste. A taste, yes. So after adding our salt, the next thing we're going to be going in with our egg. We're going to be going in with our egg. The essence of the egg is to make sure that whatsoever you're mixing or whatsoever to make sure that the chin chin at least it comes out fine and good. Some people whenever they fry their chin chin, they say their chin chin looks rough. They say, Miss Betty, their chin chin looks rough. I'll be like, do you add egg? Adding egg incorporates your chin chin. It gives it this crunchy taste. Yeah, it gives your chin chin this crunchy taste. So adding your chin chin, then you add your cup of water, which you see me adding to it. So guys, you keep on mixing and mixing and mixing. You just have to keep on mixing it. So after mixing, mind you, whenever you are mixing, make sure you keep clean hygiene. It's not some people whenever they are mixing, they feel like it doesn't matter. It really matters. what you put in your mouth really matters, and what you serve to other people really matters. So you make sure you wash your hands very clean. So the next thing is you add your cup of water. Make sure you have your cup of water and you measure your water very well. Then make sure you mix thoroughly. Make sure you mix to avoid lumps. And when you are mixing, the method of mixing your chin chin is folding in. You don't There are different ways to mix your chin chin. You can mix your chin chin by folding in, or rather still you can pour into a flat surface and mix. But here I'm mixing with my hand and I'm mixing it thoroughly. You can also make use of your mixer. There are a lot of mixers now that mix chin chin very efficiently. If you don't have the manual way, I am making use of the manual method. I mix my chin chin. So after mixing my chin chin, I pour out from the bowl into a flat surface where I started rolling out and where I started kneading. Mind you, whenever you are kneading your chin chin batter, mind you that your chin chin batter has to be firm. It has to be firm. It doesn't have to be soft. It doesn't have to be soft, and it doesn't have to be hard. It just have to be firm, and make sure you knead very well. Make sure you knead very well. So as you can see, I'm done. I'm done kneading my chin chin. Well, after kneading my chin chin batter, I leave it for some minutes. I leave it for some minutes. Then after which I go back to check the consistency, and after checking the consistency, I knead it. I knead it. Then after kneading it, the next thing is the cutting aspect of chin chin. What's chin chin part without the cutting aspect? So to cut my chin chin, I divide my chin chin batter into four to enable me to roll out my chin chin efficiently, and to enable me roll out my chin chin shape to my desire. I'm making use of a pizza cutter. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you can as well make use of a knife. But a knife might not give you the desired shape of the chin chin, because when cutting your chin chin has to be even. It doesn't have to bring out different shapes. So I cut it into four pieces, and I take the one half of the batter that I've cut and I start rolling out. This is me rolling out my chin chin. As you can see, my chin chin looks firm. It's not too hard, it's not too soft, it is firm. So I start rolling out my chin chin, rolling it out. If you notice that your chin chin is about to become sticky, you can add a little flour to it. A little flour helps you manage your dough so that your dough don't become sticky in the end. So you roll out. So after rolling out your chin chin batter, you roll it out to your desired shape. So after rolling out your chin chin batter, the next thing you're going to do is to cut. Now, some people make use of knife, as I said earlier on, but knife may not give you the desired shape that you want to get. But I make use of my pizza cutter. You can get that in the market. And also you can also make use of a chin chin machine if you don't have a pizza cutter or you don't have a knife. So I begin by cutting my chin chin in a vertical line. Depending on your choice, you can as well go for the small pieces of chin chin, or you can cut according to your shape. Like you see, I'm taking my time to cut my chin chin to make sure that they are equal, to avoid any uneven shape. You can see my chin chin, I'm cutting it. I'm cut to avoid any uneven shape. I cut my chin chin gradually. I cut it slowly. Slowly, yeah. Like I said earlier on, if you notice your chin chin is a bit sticky, you can add flour to separate them. Yeah, so that your chin chin doesn't gum together, or so that your chin chin doesn't stick together. So you cut your chin chin into your desired shape. As for me, I'm cutting my chin chin into a square shape. I'm cutting my chin chin into a square shape. You can cut your chin chin into any desired shape of yours, diamond, any desired shape you can cut your chin chin into, and to still come out perfectly well. Your chin chin will come out perfectly well. So as you can see, I'm cutting my chin chin. I enjoy doing this because it's a fun fact. Yeah, it's what I love doing. I love baking, and I'm a home baker, so I love baking at home. So this was one of another for my customers. So after cutting, use my I use I used after cutting them together, I used my knife, I use it to separate them. I use it to pack them together. I use it to pack them to avoid them sticking from each other. Yeah, I use my pizza cutter. I use it to pack them together to avoid them sticking from each other. In case there might be any sticking, I use my hand to separate them, or use flour to incorporate them. Like you can see, I separated them to avoid any sticking that may be there. And that's it. After you cut your chin chin, the next step you do is to fry the frying method. Endeavor that when you're frying, your oil is on the medium heat level. Make sure your oil is on the medium heat level. And also, when you are frying your chin chin, don't endeavor to pack everything in it at once. You fry it batch by batch. You make sure you fry it with your oil. Yeah, chin chin is a deep frying. Chin chin is not a shallow frying. So when frying your chin chin, you make sure that be generous with your oil. And yeah, this is the end product of my chin chin, guys. Yeah, this is the end product of my crunchy chin chin. Yeah, you can see here where you can package yours in a jar, or you package yours in a leather. Now, yeah, so guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me for more recipes. Bye, guys.